Welcome to Highlands Motorsport Park for the Highlands 501, the fifth time Australian GT has visited Highlands, and the first time the race will be held over 501 kilometres. As well as the GT cars, Highlands this year plays host to the Radical Australia Cup, Euromark, and a host of other categories. Friday's running featured 2 practice sessions for the Australian Endurance Championship, with crews keen to get out on the 4.1 kilometre Highlands circuit.
Picturesque-wise, it would be the best track we've ever been to. Circuit-wise, you don't have any time to rest, which is great. It's a very good circuit.
I don't know if I could relate it to any other track I've ever seen. It's bits and pieces of different things everywhere combined and all linked together. It looks fun. I mean, we'll see.
I think both of Tony's circuits are really unique in the scheme of motor racing tracks that we regularly drive on, and very challenging, potentially good for our car, so we always like the ones that you can perform well at.
I'm a full rookie when it comes to the actual circuit racing, but it's also learning what the tyre does when the tyre's cold or when the tyre's green, and this year just really now got Shane, so it's going to be really good.
Pretty awesome. I'm a big fan of his from the drifting, so we get along pretty good. We did some days last year when I couldn't come and race last year, so helped Mike get up to speed, and then this year I haven't driven a McLaren for a while either, so it's going to be a bit of learning for both of us today.
In practice 1, it was a Kiwi pairing of Jackson Evans and Tim Miles who set the fastest time. The Australian Endurance Championship leaders edged out their championship rivals Peter Hackett and Dominic Story, with Mad Mike Widdett and Shane Van Gisbergen setting the third fastest time.
Yeah, good start to the weekend. Obviously, we just sort of came to grips with the track and had a feel for it. First time here in this car, so that was different. But happy to come away with fast for the session, and Tim also did a good job.
That first session went exactly as we'd hoped. We did a little bit of homework, betting brakes, betting discs, and just getting familiar. And now we start on the pace project.
The second practice session saw the times tumble as the track conditions improved and drivers' confidence grew. Dominic Story and Peter Hackett's AMG GT3 were the class of the field. The Laser Plumbing and Electrical Hampton Downs 500 winners edged out Shane Van Gisbergen and Mad Mike Widdett's McLaren by 3/10.
The cars always perform well on these sorts of circuit. I liken this to Hampton Downs, where we were a couple of weeks ago, and the car was fantastic all weekend. So I think as long as we can try and repeat that performance. I'm not thinking about the championship at this stage, even though we are second. We'll just see what happens.
In third place was Dave Russell in the Lamborghini he shares with Roger Largo, followed by Jackson Evans and Tim Miles, Andrew Waite and Tony Quinn, and John Martin and Liam Talbot. Seventh was Alvaro Parente, the factory McLaren driver experiencing Highlands for the first time in the 650S he shares with Fraser Ross.
It was my first session just now. It's a very exciting track. You've got some very high speed areas where you can take a bit more risk and gain a lot of lap time, but at the same time you don't want to go that step too much.
It's cool. Like when you get a good lap you feel that was a lot of fun, but still got a little bit of understeer in the car that we're chasing, so hopefully we can tune it up overnight and get a little bit better tomorrow.
I'm actually surprised how much I'm learning the track, believe it or not, while I'm out there. Just the level of commitment required to push these cars is just massive. I'm really lucky with a teammate in Shane. He's obviously had a lot of experience in these cars and he's done this event before, so we'll sit down, we'll go over the data and figure out what's going to happen and see where we can improve.